Hello, and welcome to another episode of Tarot Tuesday. My name is Kara, and I am your guide and friend through this reading. I use my knowledge of the tarot, intuitive insights, and symbolism drawn from the cards to bring forth messages that help us, the collective, on our path. First off, how is everyone doing? Last week's energy was effing insane. It was crazy. So much was resurfacing, so much just heaviness. I was so exhausted. I've talked to so many people and everyone just felt real heavy, real off, just wacky energy. I'm happy to say that this morning I feel so much better, and I hope all of you are feeling that same shift. I think now that we are past this full moon, we've had this eclipse, there's some good stuff coming. And we had a really positive reading last week, and it is so funny because we got the same two energies that were the prominent energies of the reading last week. I shuffled so many times before I pulled. It's just, these cards want to be known. The message needs to be heard. And oftentimes, especially for me, when I do personal readings, I will get the same card over and over and over again because it's more of just this, listen up, you need to know this. We're going to instill it in you until you get it. Because a lot of times we know what's best for us, but do we follow it? Not always. So let's get into the reading. First card is the Chariot. And this is a huge reminder for us to just keep going forward. We are in this space right now where we are wanting to move away from what no longer serves us, moving into this new way of living, being, experiencing the world. This card reminds us that through choice, we have the ability to move in new directions that are beneficial for us, but also help us grow and move forward and evolve in our own lives. The Tower. I don't feel like this energy is so much coming towards us. I feel like this energy is kind of what we've experienced last week. This energy is just complete destruction, chaos, crumbling of old ways. The Tower card is a symbol of really clearing away the old, complete destruction of what is no longer best for us, so that we can now really kind of wipe the slate clean and prepare and build a new foundation that is going to help us thrive and grow. It's shining light on all of these things that are just not working out for us and really showing us that we can move away from them. A lot of people may feel very scared when this card emerges in a reading, but in fact, it's actually a really beautiful card because from this destruction, from this change, from this kind of upheaval comes the new. It's, from the dark comes the light. There are these polarities in our lives that, in order for there to be new, there kind of has to be this destruction that allows us to clear the space and transmute these energies. A lot of times we may think that we are on the right path, but when we have the light shining on that and we can kind of really get a better sense of clarity and understanding, when we wake up from this kind of fuzziness that we've been in, we realize that this is no longer working for us, and it is time to leave that behind and move forward, moving in a new direction. Following the Tower, we have the Prince of Discs. And this is the architect and designer of a new way of living, moving forward, going in new directions, no longer allowing anything to hold them back. Despite the pain and the destruction that we've experienced in our past, we choose to move forward. We no longer choose to wallow in this victim energy. The Prince of Discs holds the double helix, and this is really a reminder that new worlds can be built. It may seem impossible. It may seem like a very arduous task, but it is possible. Anything is possible. If we can get through this Tower energy, we can get through anything. Continuing to forge ahead, continuing to make the choices that are best for us, aligning us to our higher selves and our purpose. Overall energy of the reading is the Eight of Wands. And I love how this was placed right above the Tower. It kind of just shows, the darkness and the light, and realizing that we experience these polarities in our lives, and that's what creates kind of this appreciation for life and the terrible experiences that we go through. Because once we've gone through this hell, if you want to call it that, or just, whatever crap energy we've been going through, there's this light at the end of the tunnel. There is the rainbow after the storm. And this card is a reminder that any chaos and destruction that we have gone through can be transmuted and transformed. This card is ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of communication, and it's really funny that we are in Mercury retrograde right now. Communication can be off, it can be just real messy at this time, but it's a reminder to us to really learn how to communicate directly and efficiently. Communication is a very difficult thing for many people. It's a very vulnerable state that we are in when we're trying to fully express ourselves. But with this card, it's showing us that we have this power within us to create this beautiful new way of living. Another message of this card is a reminder to continue on with any projects or goals that we have set for ourselves. Letting go of the procrastination and kind of the walls that we've built up around what we want to do is going to allow us to complete them, which is symbolized by this full rainbow in the back. And what do we find at the end of a rainbow? We find gold. We find this love, peace, success, fulfillment. We find our true and authentic selves. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this reading was helpful. Today, I'm going to leave you with a poem that I wrote this morning. I feel like it was just a really beautiful representation of a lot of this collective energy that we, especially women, have been feeling. And yeah, here you go. A new week, a new energy. The moon in her fullness has passed, cleansing us from the deep-seated pain which resurfaced this past week. Heaviness weighed down on our bodies, our energies, and our minds. In the depths of confusion, we find clarity. We see the light and what is right. We leave what once had control over us, stepping into a new way of being, seeing, and feeling. We choose to live within, expanding out. We choose to begin, foregoing the doubt. Rise in the east, set in the west, change in the cycle, no longer oppressed. Rise up, stand tall, we revive. Coming together, our souls are alive. Free from the pain, the blame, all the shame, programmed inside us, creating the same. Dumb down woman, compare, idolize, patriarchal fashion, matriarchal demise. I stand for me, I stand for she. I stand up for the wrongs been done to thee. A new week, dawning a new day, creating our future in a brand new way. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care.